As of today noon, the High Court of Kenya made a ruling in regards to a case that was filed in the year 2022 after the presidential and the general election happened, where they ruled in favor of Raila Odinga's Azimio, that Azimio held the majority role in the Parliament of the Republic of Kenya. Now, what does this mean? A lot of Kenyans are asking questions. And what does it mean for Raila Odinga, who is currently vying for the position as the chairman of the African Union community? Now, this is what it means. Allow me to diverge into this story in quotation of the Kenyan Constitution. As of right now, Raila Odinga's chances of becoming the AU chairman have been slimmed. Why? Some comments that were made by President William Ruto in regards to the Democratic Republic of Congo war after it began a few days ago, where the M23 rebels took over the Goma city, which is one of the biggest cities in Congo. Now, why am I saying this? The President of the Republic of Kenya, being the East African Community chair, made a call to the President of France, Emmanuel Macron. Now, this call, he revealed the details to the people of the Republic and to the world at large that he had spoken with Emmanuel Macron in regards to the war and the tensions that are rising in Congo. And a lot of people saw President William Ruto as a betrayer of the African Union and the African countries at large. So many started withdrawing their support of Raila Amolo Odinga. After this decision was made today by the High Court of Kenya, this meant that Azimio la Umoja should be represented, they should be having a speaker in the National Assembly, and they should be holding the majority leader's role, which is currently held by Kimani Ichung'wah. They should be holding also the majority whip's role in parliament. Now, according to the current dynamics of politics in the country, President William Ruto is becoming so unpopular, and so is his people. People like Kimani Ichung'wah right now, after the decision that was made, they are being relegated to the minority leader in parliament. People who hold key positions in the parliament, including Speaker Moses Wetangula, now he will either have to be kicked out of the parliament as the Speaker of National Assembly, because in regards to the Constitution, Moses Wetangula even isn't fit to continue holding that position, because you can't hold a position as the Speaker of the National Assembly and yet you are a party leader of one of the parties that are under the umbrella of Kenya Kwanza, which is the ruling coalition in the country. Now, Speaker Moses Wetangula will have to pull out from the parliament as the Speaker of the National Assembly. Now, what does this mean? This means that Raila Odinga will now have an opportunity to have a man of his own, a representative of Azimio la Umoja or the ODM, as the Speaker of the National Assembly and as the majority leader, which means he will have influence over the National Assembly, which is the policy making arm of government in the Republic of Kenya. Now, if Raila Odinga's chances of becoming the next AU chair are slim, and if he goes ahead to lose, that means he is coming this time fully aware that the people of Kenya need a change, and he is the change that they require. And he knows that even if William Ruto was ruled to be the person that won the election in the year 2022, according to the statistics that he himself has majority of the members of parliament in the current National Assembly, That means Raila Odinga, he won the election, only that it wasn't followed to the latter. The high EBC servers that he requested to be opened, if they were opened, that means Raila Odinga won. And so we know William Ruto took what is his. And now, William Ruto, due to his statement, he made him lose the AU chair. And that is why, as of this evening, the tensions that have been high in Kenya in regards to the politics of the Republic, President William Ruto is being heckled where he goes. Like today, he was chased and people were singing Ruto must go in Isiolo County. And after leaving Isiolo, President William Ruto has flown to the EAC, to the EAUC SADC meeting in Tanzania today, where the meeting is being held in Tanzania of the East African leaders to speak about the tensions and the situation in the Democratic Republic of Congo. But truth be told, the reason why Ruto wants to go there mostly is to try and win the trust of these East African leaders to support Raila Odinga's bid for the AU chair, because he knows if Raila Odinga comes back as a candidate in the year 2027, that means Ruto is cooked. And Raila Odinga has made it known that I am coming for you if I lose. And that is why, according to the intel that we have, Raila today ordered that the ODM leaders and the Azimio Umoja leaders to convene an urgent meeting to discuss the way forward after the ruling of the High Court, and how they will go on in regards to the ruling of the High Court of the Republic of Kenya. And as you can tell, some of the Raila's loyal soldiers have started withdrawing from supporting William Ruto. People like Senator of Nairobi and the SG of ODM, they have started withdrawing and they have been attacking President William Ruto left, right, and center. People that were defending William Ruto last year, people like the minority leader Junet Mohammed and the cabinet secretary of mining in the country, Hassan Joho, started withdrawing, and as of 2025, you haven't heard them support the government or sing praises and defend Ruto as they used to. They withdrew, which means they got orders from above that things are not hockey right now. It seems that things might go south for Baba in the AU elections, and Baba will be required to come back in the country and seek the presidential seat. Are we together? So William Ruto has flown out of the country to Tanzania, where his main goal is to convince the East African leaders and East African country presidents that are in that meeting that they should all fall behind Raila Odinga, and they should also start influencing other countries to support Raila Odinga. Why am I saying this? We are being told that the president of Rwanda had withdrawn his support for Raila Odinga. So is the president of Congo, and so is the president of Eritrea and other countries. They had started backing up the Djibouti candidate. So Raila Odinga has been cooked. And so if Raila Odinga loses, now that means he is coming back this time round, not messing around, because he knows William Ruto took what is his. Because if Raila Odinga's team were the ones that were in control of the Parliament of the Republic of Kenya, that means Raila would be in control of the government, because that body, the Parliament, influences policy making in this country, deciding on what policy should be passed, on what bills should be passed, and all that. And as we know, William Ruto has been enjoying those privileges, having policies like the house levy passed, the SHA and SHIV, and all those that are currently happening in the country. Which means if they were brought and things were to turn around that Raila's people are in control of Parliament, then all those things wouldn't have happened, and they would have become the watchdog of the government and make sure that the policies that are passed are benefiting the people of the Republic of Kenya. I mean, it would have been, though Raila would not have held a position that he held in the 2007 2012, I mean 2012 to 2013, in the government of Mwai Kibaki after the coalition government. That means he would still have an 80% influence. And we know the last term of Mwai Kibaki, because Raila was in government, that is when they delivered. Which means if he was in this government the way things were supposed to be, then a lot of things wouldn't have gone wrong as they have gone right now. The question is, what do you think will happen? What I think is Raila is coming for the head of William Ruto right now. Subscribe.